All right. Here we are, less than 24 hours before we kick off the season. Carlton and Richmond clubs have been named, and we've also got some rookies which have been named to play, not superficially, but pretty much, well, 99.99% that they're in. So what we're going to do here is going to have a little bit of a jig with there because I've got the rookies from Carlton that are playing, the ones between 200 and 299,000. Hollands is a bit more expensive, and so is Cohen. However, I think they're probably almost worth a punt if we can't find any others to put into the team. So I might actually just get them in and just mix the team around a little bit here. So we'll start with our AFL Dream Team. We know that Yo is out, so we won't be putting him in the teams. And we also know that with the sub this year, it's going to be the emergencies, which are brought in as a sub. So we're not going to have the one where we're waiting till the day to see whether our player who is named ends up being the sub. So that is something with the sub rule. I'm not a huge fan of the sub rule in general because I'm not really overly too sure how it does change people getting injured or not. People are going to get injured. It's part of the game. They get injured. All it does is probably stop a player who'd probably play in a lower grade and get a full game of footy and some confidence up. Probably stop him from playing the game and not getting a game at all. So that's just my view on that. But AFL have done it, so we live with what they've done. All right, so just with my changes here, looks like from Boldy Yulin's probably not going to play, so I'm going to have to bin him, and we're going to chuck in Cohen there and give him a bit of a punt. He's a bit more expensive, so I might actually chuck him on the field to start, but we'll see how we go. We know that Jinby and Chesser have been put down to play, so we'll keep them in there, which is good to know. So we've got at least a few rookies playing at this stage. Okay, also I haven't done emergencies yet, so I might even chuck in Cohen as an emergency there. Now, I need to change a few other things around. I might just get the Carlton guys in and we'll sort of go from there. But I do need to free up a bit of cash, but I think I am going to go with the rookie in up forward instead of Tip and Woody, because I'm not too sure what he's going to do, whether he's going to be playing or how many minutes, etc. So not prepared to quite take the risk on there. So I'm going to probably put Drury down into that spot and chuck Hollands into the mid and as an emergency there. So I'll just get Drury into there. I'm not sure whether Drury will play, but once the team's a name, we'll do another little go there. So just chuck Drury in. I'm going to have to go change this around, aren't I? Forward. He was forward. Where'd he go? Because we've got to change it off selected to play, all statuses, and there he pops up there. Imagine that. How good is technology? Great. There we go. So I think for now that's what we're going to do. Probably looking Nankervis not playing, but so I'm just going to turn him around and bin him. All statuses low. Players we have been told they're going to play, Alwyn Davey Jr. So I'm probably going to chuck him in, recruit him as a forward. We been told Judd McVie and Along are going to play, so that brings us to some other. So probably Ale Draper, not too sure about him, so I'm going to chuck him out and. Defender, chucking McPhee, spin him back around. So we're starting to get it happening there. Spin these obviously subject to change as well. And we also know that Bailey, Laurie and Sheasel have also been put down to play. So this is what we've been told anyway. Just do all positions for Laurie. So probably chuck him up forward, so I'm not too sure about Drury, so I will get rid of him. I mean, some Melbourne players, be interested in how they go on that team. We've already got Sheasel in, so that is good. So I think, and we've got Long as well. So what was the Long playing there? So he's 200 at mid forward, so I think you probably, if he's, it looks like he's playing, so we'll chuck him in. Joe, I mean, these two probably aren't going to play, so we do a little jig there, and we're looking quite good. Okay, so he's going to have that saved, and there we go. A few little jigs there, and we'll be back tomorrow night when the full teams are named, and we'll be able to make a bit more decisions on exactly where everyone's going. So, as I say, this one's just a quick Supercoach and AFL Fantasy combined one. Tomorrow night, when we've got a bit more time, I'll put through separate videos so we can work out which ones are better to work. So I think with the rookies are fine to put rookies in both teams. But obviously with the premiums, etc., some are going to be better in fantasy, some are going to be better in Supercoach, just the way the scoring works. I haven't got Doherty in at this stage, and I think I'm going to leave him out for now, but I'm saying he'll probably be in fairly soon, depending on how he goes in the first few rounds. Okay, so here's the Supercoach. We've got Doherty in the Supercoach. We've got Yeo, so he's going to have to go out. So there's some trades here. He's going to be out. Caulfield's out. And we'll just move this over a little bit so we get it all in there. So what we'll do is we'll get our players in here, which ones we know are going to play. We're just going to change them around for now. Cohen, I've got Chesser up there, so I might actually put Chesser back in defence. TSS. Chesser back in defence for us there. And then we can chuck Holland. I think he's still going to be worth it. Chucking into the midfield for us. And obviously we're going to do the emergencies and stuff for them once we pick the teams fully. So Madden, I think I'm going to keep him here, even there, as we said, for the up and down. And we'll just get these others. We've got Jinby already. So let's go some forwards. Who will we get out here? Not sure about Berry getting a game. I'm quite actually happy with the forward line as it is. Might need to just change Hewitt around, because if the others have been named, I'm not sure if he got there as being part of the name team in there. So we're going to go probably like an Alwyn Davey Jr. Playing up for me. What's he doing here? Oh. Just playing up a little bit here, which is nice. Oh, what is going on with this? Hey, just going mind of its own. Doesn't know what it's doing. All right, we'll give it one more go. All right. No, it's not liking it. Okay, yeah, so Supercoach having a bit of a meltdown. It's not really helping me out here. It just keeps refreshing and don't know what's going on. So, basically I am going to put Holland and Cohen in, and that's about all the change I'm doing at the moment. But we'll refresh and finalise it tomorrow night. Hopefully he doesn't have this problem tomorrow night. But yeah, so I'll have Doherty, Cohen and Holland's in the team for tomorrow night's game, and then I think we're going to have to go without Taranto and Martin at this stage, but maybe we'll look at them training later in the year. But that's it for this tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow to go through the rest of them and have our team set for the rest of round one. Thanks for listening and enjoy your night. Happy dream, Demon.